What happened to the rebound and recovery in department stores?
It's not here. Listen, I think the reality is we have these...
Was that never a thing?
It was definitely a thing, and I think it was a matter of clean inventories. People wanted it to happen, and 2018 was the year that the retail renaissance was back. But at the end of the day, we have to ask ourselves, are these businesses going to be bigger or smaller businesses in the future? And if you're selling someone else's good, and you don't have a core reason or you don't have an advantage, then all you're doing is selling someone else's goods. Someone else can do that, and that's what Amazon does. So I think we have to wonder where that goes in the future.
Liz, there are some big declines out there today. Any of those declines overdone in your eyes?
I think Kohl's is overdone. I actually think they are turning things around. They've done some really transformational things there, accepting Amazon returns, which expands in the second half of the year to all stores. They're partnering with Aldi and Planet Fitness, and so they're doing a lot of things to transform, plus bringing in additional brands that they've never had access to before. So I think it's a little overdone. I think the guidance cut was pretty dramatic. I do think it includes tariff, negative headwinds from tariffs, and I think it might be a little too cautious. And so it looks like it could be a buying opportunity.
You and I, Simeon, were talking about TJX, big winner today, and such a standout in retail right now. What are they doing right, and who are they taking share from?
So listen, there's an element here of being born on third, and did you hit a triple, or were you just lucky for the sector you're in? Off-price is the best place you can be right now. So the reality is TJ as an executor is phenomenal, and TJ as a positioning, they're very lucky that the role that they fill fits this world. Fashion will always have things that need to be cleared through, and right now there's no social stigma at getting a deal. So you want to. So they're taking all that share that we're talking about from the department stores.
Steve, you've been looking a little closer at Macy's.
Yeah, when Macy's, when you look at it, it's $6.6 billion market cap right now. In what world is Macy's not worth on value on basically the sum of whatever real estate it does have? I know we've talked about this for a while. How are they not a $20 billion company? How is that not the value put on it? So I know there's a lot of headway that we have to clear, but they seem to be building on their e-commerce along with Walmart. What this conversation is between Liz and Simeon, how come Amazon didn't come up? That is always, you mentioned it that they're partnering with Amazon, but brick and mortar, there was this theory that Amazon needs a launching pad across the United States to sort of be a fulfillment center. Are they going to take out a JCPenney, a Kohl's, or are they just going to partner up, like Liz said, with a bunch of different names, because everyone wants a little bit of a piece of Amazon. So if right now Target said, hey, do the same thing you're doing with Kohl's with us, they do the same thing with Kohl's.
So Steve, by the way, what's interesting is Sarah brings up TJ, de minimis online. They win because they don't have e-com, not in spite of it, right, in my opinion. So if you're lucky enough to have this group where Amazon can't touch you, then you're defensible. Put all the dollars you can to maintaining that. If you're not, right, look at a Costco, on the other hand, really putting a lot of money, and Walmart, you mentioned, putting a lot of money behind that e-commerce.
Right.
What that looks like in the future.
And Walmart, a big thing to realize is Walmart's 50% groceries. Right. So that's not, we're not getting lettuce from Beijing.
Walmart and Target are in different categories right now in terms of growth rebounds and e-commerce rebounds than Kohl's and JCPenney and Macy's, right, Liz? So how specific can you be right now in retail? Where do you want to be?
Yeah, I mean, I frankly like names like Home Depot, like TJ, that are still growing. I think Kohl's is the best house in a bad neighborhood, and I do think they have a shot at turning it around. I certainly think this move today is overdone, but I think that department stores as a group, a lot of their problems are self-inflicted. They've got their stores are too big, they look awful, they've got horrible assortments. Kohl's is less of that in my mind.